All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutations to those of the hopeful elect. Just want to do a lesson, all right, going into this, pretty much prophecy, all right. It says in this article, more than 100 Marines kicked out of the service for refusing, you already know, the YAP. All right, over 100 Marines, man, and these are people that have pledged, to serve and protect the country, man. All right, but they've given that up. All right, why? Because of Esau, Edom is coming down with these draconian measures. All right, and the elites, they want to lock down the whole entire earth. All right, but the regular Edomite in America, Joe Sixpack, all right, these Edomites over here is not finna get a piece of that pie. All right, and thus you have a lot of people rising up against the elite's agenda, man. All right, they can see that their rights is being taken away. All right, that this is not America, the old America that it used to be. All right, so you got things like this, and the majority of those Marines are Edomites. All right, but they're rising up against their own people, against their own system. All right, and then on top of that, even more division is coming because you have Sleepy Joe, all right, saying that pretty much they're putting those that are with the YAP, they're putting them in derision against those that are against it. All right, and they're perpetuating that great divide. All right, and America is not only divided that way, they're divided many different other ways. Okay, and the scriptures will speak about a house being divided that it can't stand. Roughly paraphrasing, Lord will, I'll get the precept. All right, so we're actually seeing the America collapse right before our eyes on every facet. I mean, on every facet, America is collapsing, economic wise. All right, the minds of these people are collapsing. Okay, the food system is collapsing. All right, on every level that this place is done. Okay, so I want to get a quick precept. So it's going to get to a point where hey, these people, they're going to start fighting each other. All right, they're going to start uprising and coming against their own system, because this is the Edomite supremacy. All right, Esau, Edom is in power. All right, but yet you have Edomites exposing the elite's agendas. You have Edomites that are not with the higher ups program, man. All right, and thus you gonna have Edomites fighting other Edomites. All right, heathens fighting other heathens. All right, total anarchy and war. Let me get first precept. This is Isaiah chapter 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, so the Lord is going to set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. In the modern day, Egyptians are you Edomites. All right, and you guys are already separated. You got the right wing, the left wing. You got the QAnon. All right, you got all these different factions. All right, and you Edomites are all divided. you can't come to the agreement on one thing. All right.
In 600 feet, take the interchange on the right.
And on top of that, all right, the elites, you know, ultimate plan is to put you lower level Edomites in slavery, man. All right. And that's why they putting these more draconian measures and pressing down upon you people. All right, now you Edomites, you're trying to figure out, you know, what's going on. All right, you blaming the left wing. The left wing is blaming the right wing. All right, y'all ain't even blaming the elites. All right, and what's going to happen is you guys are eventually, there's going to be more and more civil unrest. All right, and people's going to start taking their anger and their frustration out on each other. Okay. And that's going into these different race riots. All right. It's not going to be, there's going to be race riots, but it's not going to just be one giant, huge, you know, all the Negroes on this side, all the Edomites on this side. No, it's going to be many different riots going on all at once. All right. You're going to have Edomites groups going to left wing going against the right wing. All right. And there's going to be a lot of bloodshed. Okay. So I'm going to continue to read verse 3. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof. So the spirit of America is going to fall. All right. No more is, you know, the rat race, the 9 to 5, going to work, clocking in, clocking out, daily routine, you know, getting DoorDash. All right. You know, no longer is that going to be a thing, man. All right, all that shit is gonna fail. Slide Jake driving, but yeah, all that is gonna fail, man. Are you proud Americans going to the club? All right, or you Edomites, you know, going to the bar? You know, all that shit is gonna fail, man. All right. It's going to be life or death. You know, it's going to be like all these different shows that you watch. You know, The Walking Dead. All right, it's going to be, you know, The Purge, The Forever Purge. All right, that's what we're coming to. All right, and Esau is going to be going after you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Seminole Indians, which are the real Israelites. But you also going to have Edomites going after other Edomites too. All right, it's going to be a free-for-all. So let me get back to the scripture of Isaiah 19:3. It says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. All right, and the counsel, the Lord is going to destroy that, man. All right, all these different, you know, religious groups, you know, hey, all that shit's gonna go out the window because they're not gonna have no answers. All right, you're not gonna be able to get no answers from the political leaders. All right, and on top of that, the internet and cable is gonna be obsolete. All right, when they issue out martial law, because that's gonna come as a result of the civil unrest. All right, and people going and fighting against each other. Okay, it says, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. All right, here, let me pull it up. Yeah, they're gonna go to all these different religious groups, you know, all the different idols and belief systems. All right, that they have set up. All that shit is gonna fail them. All right, because all that shit is all, you know, is all idols. It's all you know, make believe, man. That shit ain't real. All right, the only thing that is real is Yahweh Shema Shai is bringing judgment. Okay, and you know, this truth. This is the only thing that's gonna stand. Okay. Let me pull it up in the scriptures because I just had copy and pasted the precept. Isaiah 19:4. is Isaiah 19:4. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, say the Lord of hosts. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. You know, it said they was going to go, you know, to their charmers, their idols. All right, but hey, none of that is going to be able to save you during the time of Jacob's trouble. It show you that, I believe it was in that movie, The Purge. I don't know exactly which one it was, you know, but they was all up in the church, and then, you know, the false prophet, the pastor or whatever that was in there, he ended up committing suicide, you know. So hey man, these things is going to take place in the earth. All right, let me get another precept. All right, everybody's divided, and nobody is going to know what's going on. All right, so the height of confusion is only going to skyrocket. All right, and then you have, you know, the men of the Lord, you know, and the 1/3, which are all Israelites, by the way. They're going to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And Isaiah 33:6 tell you that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. Okay, so while everybody else is going off the wall, all right, you're going to have the men of the Lord. They're going to be in a sound mind. You know, their demeanor, their gait is going to show, you know, that soundness, man, that calmness. All right, and people's going to see that. All right, but it tell you that they're going to envy you, but they shall be able to do nothing against you. All right, because the Lord is going to be with you. The Lord is going to be, you know, providing food. All right, when you know, when the trucks stop coming in, all right, and people's dying of famine, all right, hey, the Lord's going to be looking out for his servants. All right, the elect going to have a glow in that day. All right, while everybody else is pulling their hair out their head, Salakia. All right, they pulling their hair out their head and they running around like a chicken with their head cut off. All right, let me get this is Mark chapter 3:24. It says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right, and that's just the facts. All right, 1 + 1 = 2. All right, in the kingdom of heaven, which that kingdom is going to be eternal, a never-ending kingdom. All right, the whole nation of Israel underneath Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be in one accord. All right, we're all going to be in the same mind of Yahweh Shema Shai, and we're all going to be following the laws and statutes of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, and through the nation of Israel in one accord, all right, they're going to put the whole earth in order. And these heathen nations are going to have to follow our ways, all right, and serve our God. All right, but this, you know, this kingdom, which is the complete opposite of the kingdom of heaven, all right, this kingdom is short-lived. All right, you know, everybody is divided, so, you know, by default, this place it can't stand. All right, there's no you know, there's no unison. Okay, that's why, you know, America is also known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures, because Babylon goes into the Hebrew word Babal, which means confusion. Okay, and where there's confusion, there's no order. All right, and how could you have a functioning society if there's no order? That's why this place is breaking down. Okay, it is barely running. It's a broken system. All right, and everybody catching hell in it. Everybody's in debt. All right, I'm gonna continue to read. It says, and if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Yeah, and the house of Edom is divided against itself. All right, the Edomites, they don't even have, you know, speaking of the elites, the tribe of Amalek, you know, they don't even have a respect or a reverence for their own brethren. They count their own brethren as heathen. Okay, well, they are heathens. All of them are heathens, but you know what I mean. They count their own brethren as goyim, cattle. You know, with the elites, the Amalek, they're heathens too. Just wanted to correct myself. You know, but you know, the point being made, they don't give a fuck about their brethren. You know, they got the spoils all to themselves, to that one tribe. You know, so within the house of Edom is divided. All right, and even amongst the elites, they're divided. You know, in the secret councils, all right, they're all fighting and arguing against each other. They still can't come up with, you know, with an agreement. You know, that's why the scriptures tell you that they're wearied in their councils, roughly paraphrasing. All right, so this place is through. And Esau, you know, you're going to try your last hoorah with a little bit of power you do have. All right, you're going to come down with great wrath. All right, because, you know, Esau's getting backed into that corner spiritually because the prophets are out there, you know. And out of the prophet's mouth is the word of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is likened unto that fire, you know. So this devil, he's gonna lash out and try to come after the men of the Lord. All right, but the Lord's gonna lift up a standard against him. Let me get another precept. All right, and that's well, let me actually, you know, get Revelations 12 and 12, perfect precept. All right, Revelations 12 verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." So Esau, he knows he got a short time, man. All right, nothing's working for them like how they want it to. All right, now they trying to, you know, go hard body, you know, with they great reset, which is nothing but the NWO. All right, and they're met with resistance. All right, you have a lot of people resisting their ass. All right, so what are they going to do? They're going to fulfill Revelations 12 and 12. They're going to come down with that wrath in the form of martial law. All right, and they already coming down with wrath too with these draconian laws. All right, they're trying to create an artificial, you know, famine, you know, which is, you know, really the will of the Lord. All right, but this devil, he's out, you know, for blood. He wants to depopulate, you know. Let me get another precept. All right, and I'm going to begin to close it out. This is Matthew chapter 24 and 12. So with all these things going on, all right, that's all pressure upon you, the majority of you people on the earth. All right, that's why you have, you know, Edomites over there in Europe protesting and uprising. All right. With that prophecy goes into, you know, the uproars of the people. That's how we know we're at the end. All right, and pretty soon you're gonna have more people uprising here in Babylon the Great. All right, you have people uprising, you know, in Australia, different parts of the earth. You know, you have people uprising. Okay, and pretty soon people's gonna get violent, man. All right, and they're gonna take it out on the person nearest to them. This is Matthew chapter 24 and 12. "And because iniquity shall abound," all right, and this is the most wickedest time period that has ever existed in the face of the earth. We'll continue to read. "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold." All right, and you've seen the love of many people waxing colder and colder. All right, and it's going to get like the book of Eli. It's going to get like the road, where people's going to be riding around and into the world, and into the world groups, you know, biker gangs, you know, and they're going to be looking for people to eat, man. All right. So that love is going to wax cold. All right. It's going to get to a point where they're going to be, you know, hey, they're going to be spoiling and destroying. You know, all while, you know, Esau's military troops is going to be spoiling and destroying too. All right. This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Woe meaning destruction. Why? Because this world is wicked, man. All right. And now the Lord is about to show you, you know, the repercussions. All right. That's going to happen. when you set up a wicked society, when you rule in wickedness. All right, judgment, mass judgment happened, just like in the time of Noah, man. All right, it got to a point where, you know, man was fully set in their mind to continuously do evil continuously. All right, and that's why the Lord had to come down and flood the earth. All right, now the scriptures tell you that the people of the earth will be in that same state of mind, all right, when the Lord comes back. All right, and that's why the Lord is gonna purge the earth again with that fire via those thermonuclear missiles in World War III. All right, and those that consent with this world, you know, take the charagma, you know, which is the microchip. All right, they're gonna get you know, submerged, you know, in that lake of fire, man, which is America on fire. So woe unto the earth, woe unto this world. I'm gonna continue to read. It says, a man shall desire, Salakia, wrong precept. Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. Yeah, and the sword is going into the nuclear destruction. All right. And one people shall stand up and fight against another. All right, there goes your riots, your wars. All right. You know, and one people and fighting against another, that's a direct result, you know, of civil unrest. That's a direct result, you know, of what Esau's doing right now. It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right, and the modern day sword, you know, is going into the guns in really any weapon, really. Because in that time of Jacob's trouble, they're going to be using any and everything, man. All right. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, so these people are not going to regard, you know, the political leaders. They're not going to regard, you know, Fauci and all these different people that have set up to give them counsel, because they're not going to trust the counsel of the government. All right, they're going to see that it's all bullshit, man. All right, and that this whole entire, you know, outbreak was just a facade, man, for them to take over. All right, and people's going to wake up. They're already waking up, you know, but it's going to get to a point where people's not going to regard, you know, they're just going to outright just go crazy, man, and do whatever they want. That's why it says in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Yeah, man. All right, so hey, man, the year 2022, expect, you know, more civil unrest, more chaos, and more people just losing it. All right, and expect more hard times, expect more, you know, shortages, expect more price hiking, you know, inflation. All right, which is going to drive these people, you know, up a wall, man. It's going to cause these people to just, you know, everyday, you know, people, is going to cause them, you know, to lose it, to turn into the Joker. All right, so with that being said, I pray this lesson be edifying. I want to say, call halal Yahweh Shema Shai Bashir Chakodash, for giving me the spirit to do his lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and a ball.